Ladies and gentlemen, we don't get it. We just don't get it. I'm a child of survivors. My wife is a child of survivors. Some parents talk about it a little more than others, but we all lived through it. When you're a child of survivors, you are scarred. I'm scarred. Possibly because of my parents being survivors, I have a hawkish attitude about the state of Israel. It says in the Gemara and Brachos, there's a concept called Yisurin Shel Ahava, afflictions of love. God afflicts those that he loves sometimes. It's hard to understand that Gemara. You have to be a bigger Talmid Chacham than I am, although I've learned it with bigger Talmid Chacham than myself. Still, I have difficulty with it. Yisurin Shel Ahava is a difficult concept to understand and accept. But as you heard Dr. White say, we have to be mentions and we have to look forward. But even through this horrific tragedy of the Holocaust, the state of Israel was born. This state that we have today, that not everyone believes in, but all of us argue about. This state that we think should give back its territory for peace. This state that houses today close to 6 million of our brothers and sisters. This state is our surety that it will never happen again. I haven't yet moved to Israel. I haven't yet made Aliyah, although it's in the recess of my mind someplace. My wife and I one day perhaps will live there. But I got to tell you, had there been an Israel at that time, I doubt that this tragedy would have happened in the magnitude that we talk about it today. When you look back at the miracles that Israel has performed in the last 61 years as we approach now Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel's independence, think about the miracles. The 48, the war, the 67 war, the Yom Kippur war, the rescue in Entebbe, the bombing of the nuclear reactor in Iraq, in Syria, the wars we fought with Lebanon, all these things that we've survived. There are many of us here who feel we need peace in Israel, and we do. Peace is paramount, but the survival of Israel is more important than the peace that we so desperately want. The survival of the Jewish people in the diaspora is connected to the survival of the state of Israel. As long as that little country stays alive, we are almost all guaranteed that we will survive. That's how important that little country is to each and every one of us living in America and everywhere else in the world. If we can make peace, we are the first to make peace. We want peace. We're even willing, lots of us, to compromise on territory that we shouldn't compromise on, because if we're religious Jews, the Torah tells us what our boundaries are. But we're willing to compromise if we can just get peace. So I ask you this question. From the time of its inception, and Ben-Gurion being our first prime minister, until today, when Bibi Netanyahu is now the new prime minister of Israel, how is it that prime ministers from the right and from the left have been unable to make peace? When we have a prime minister on the left, we say he's too far to the left. He's incapable of peace. When we have a prime minister from the right, he's too far to the right, he is incapable of making peace. When we have a woman prime minister, she is incapable of making peace. Is it because we don't want peace? Or is it because we have no partners for peace? Peace takes two parties. And we are only one half of that equation. Until the time comes that this great country of America, as well as the European Union and the rest of the world, recognizes Israel's right to exist, which it does not right now. Till that time, we have no partner. Israel has to be recognized as a country with rights like any other country. It doesn't pass me that the only country that is not permitted to sit on the Security Council is that one little country called Israel. You ask yourself why that's true. Ladies and gentlemen, we say we have to move forward from the Holocaust. We have moved forward. Israel is going to celebrate its 61st birthday. All of us have daladamos. We all have a piece of land that belongs to us in the state of Israel. Every Jew has that 4 feet that he can go to Israel and say and claim that belongs to him or her. I'm so happy to be living in the time today when I can call Israel my homeland, and America as well. We are so lucky here today. The survivors who have been able to come from the ashes of the Holocaust and rebuild their lives. God bless them as a testimony to what the Jewish spirit can overcome. We are an incredible people. Incredible. We have lived through so much. And we will outlive everyone else on the face of this planet because God has promised it so. But let us never forget our history. Those who forget their history are doomed to repeat it. We must be strong and we must be united. So to my Sephardic friends who are sitting here today, to the Minyan, to the Ashkenazim who have lived through the Holocaust and they're sitting today, we are all in this together. We are all one people. I don't care if you're Orthodox, conservative or Reformed, whether you're Ashkenazi or whether you're Sephardi. When they come to take you, they don't ask you what denomination you are. It can happen again, and if we're not careful, it will. We need to understand that and believe that. I believe that. And that's why I fight so strenuously on the pulpit for the state of Israel and for the survival of each and every Jew, which is so important to me. Even though I live an Orthodox life, thank God for that, I do not discriminate against those who live a life different than mine. That is only for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, only for God to judge. And I am not God, and I am not God's lawyer. Let us all look upon each other with equality and with love and with ahava for our fellow Jew. And as it says in Pirkei Avos, let us see each man in a positive light so that we can bring the coming of the redemption of our people and see Mashiach and see Israel united. And all of us should live in the country that belongs to us. I thank you all for coming. I thank Saul, and particularly, for the hard work that he puts in, his soul and his heart into making these programs happen. I thank Rabbi Moses for the hard work that he puts into this shul, and to Rabbi Williams for the effort and hard work that he puts in. It is through their efforts that we are able to make things happen. Last but not least, to Cantor Sam Cohen, whose voice is like that of a beautiful bird singing in the daylight. I thank Sam for all that he's done. I hope to see all of you in shul on Shabbos. Thank you.